All right, day number 8 of my 40-day water fast in 2023. So, let's see. Well, it was another day that I was doing some work today. Was working on drywall. Yeah, as long as I didn't move things too heavily, didn't feel, the exertion feeling was, you know, pretty minimal. So overall, able to work today, just as long as I didn't do anything too exerting, then it was fine. So, well, let's see here. Let's go into like a little bit of the psoriasis on the shins to see how those are doing. So it's like it's kind of getting a little kind of blotchy now. It almost like, but there's like spots that are turning like more. There's a couple little spots that are starting to turn almost a little more normal skin tone. This one, it's still like, it looks fairly reddish, but it's actually, again, I could definitely see that there's definitely a noticeable improvement. So 8 days of just water and electrolyte. It's definitely coming along, but like I said, there's a couple of spots like right here and here that are kind of more starting to almost be like a little more whitish, but almost like normal skin tone. Like it's definitely, the inflammation is noticeably has been reduced. The flakiness is definitely dramatically reduced from the worst of it before I started the fast, for sure. I could definitely see and feel that it's gotten better. But it, like I said, still looks like I got some issues, but one day at a time doing this water fast, I'm confident that by day 14 or so, it should definitely be looking like it's dramatically reduced. All right, enough of that. Let's see the other numbers. Today woke up. Weight was 203.8 compared to yesterday's 205.2. So again, it was so over a pound change. And so I was overall pretty happy about that. The day before only moved a pound, and then so again moved over a pound. So so that was good. pH, my pH was 6, and my ketones seemed to, they nudged up just a little bit more, and it was about a 6. So definitely into the high zone for the ketones, which I'm not really expecting it to go much higher than that. It potentially, I think it could go to like 8 or even 10 or something like that, but I don't know. I can't imagine it going much higher than that. And I again tried to get to bed earlier, but was just working on other videos and just was so caught up with different things, and I ended up staying up till like 2:30 in the morning, and the night before was like 2, and I'm like, all right, this next night I'm definitely going to bed earlier. Did not. 2:30 in the morning, but then slept way in and didn't get out of bed until 10 a.m. but ended up not having to go to work until like 12. So it worked out. Yeah, I was hanging out with another friend of mine today after work, and, he wanted to go to eat. So that's another thing. It's like, interesting, contentious thing you might have to, deal with is going, while on this fast, still hanging out with friends, family and stuff. And then, they're inviting you out to dinner, like, but, we're all together to have dinner, and, like, oh, you want to eat something? And so it's one of those things, those little things you have to just be okay with. Just like, oh no, I'm just doing this water fast, so I'm not eating right now. I'm just having my water. And then, he just bought me a bottle of Fiji water. So, so that was fine. But he wanted to do some sampling, eat at a few different, kind of like eat a little here, eat a little there, eat a little. So, but yeah, I was just like, the main thing was that we were just together, that we were spending time together was the main thing. So I think that's something to keep in mind, if you're finding yourself doing a long water fast. I wouldn't recommend going out to any dinner type thing and put yourself in that situation in the first few days. This is more like once you're, like a week into it kind of thing, a week into it and longer, where hopefully most of your hunger cravings have vanished, or at least significantly diminished, where it's not really requiring much brain, not much willpower to say no. So, but it was just like, just a reminder that, just a bunch of friends are going out to eat. You could just show up and just hang out with them, and then just drink some water, and no big deal. Drink some water, and then just be entertaining, and you can share your stories and share about your journey about doing this water fast. And if anything, I would say most people are like highly impressed, that you're just sitting there and they're thinking, fuck, I don't even know if I could sit there and not be ordering something to eat at some nice restaurant, and be able to just hang out here and just talk and be just sipping some water and nothing else. It almost seems superhuman, to a lot of people. So yeah, so I'd say just like kind of lean on that, just be like, yep, I'm doing this thing, and I'm not giving in to any temptations, and I'm so determined that I'm not giving into this. Like, I'm totally comfortable with just being surrounded by all these people, all these friends, all eating food. But I'm not here for the food. I'm here for the friends. I'm here for the company, not for the food. The food is just it's just the excuse to get together kind of thing. So yeah, so that's it. That's something I just kind of hit me tonight, that I was able to still enjoy being together, with a good friend, and it didn't have to revolve around like us sharing a meal together, like just sharing space together. He ate his meal and I just sipped on my water, and we still had a really, really nice evening out, just hanging out and talking and catching up. So, yeah, I think that's it. That's it for right now. Let me see. Anything else? Yeah, like overall energy felt pretty decent throughout the day. Yeah, not really dealing with any like stuffy head. That's pretty much not really feeling that anymore. But I definitely, like, even right now, I'm recording this kind of late. I can feel like the tiredness is definitely catching up. I certainly at different points during the day, earlier in the day, I had the feeling, occasionally had like some other little waves of hunger just kind of suddenly swept by, but it was like a breeze, like a breeze passing by. It just kind of was there momentarily, and then it just kind of faded away. And then every time I had that, I would just take a sip of water, and that seemed to help it just pass quicker. So that's something else to do. It's like while you're on the fast and all of a sudden you feel some hunger, a little bit of, some hunger pangs happen. I just sip some water, just be like, oh, I'm feeling hungry. Just drink some water, just letting your body know. It's like, hey, every time you're feeling hungry, I'm just going to be sipping some water, and that's it, and then like, don't fixate on it, and don't like I said, it's just, you feel it and just be like, that's interesting. Just noticing it and learning to just detach from it. And it's just a passing feeling going through. You don't have to, hunger is not a feeling you have to obey. You can ignore it, and so you're ignoring it for your own benefit, right? So, yeah. So, yeah, I think that's it for now. I might have more things to say tomorrow, but I think I'm just a little too tired right now. So, all right. Well, that's day 8. 32 days to go. A couple more days, and then I'm looking forward to, 203.8. So probably within the next 2 to 3 days, be breaking through the 200-pound mark. So that's always that's a really good, milestone, break through the 200 mark. So probably around day 10, somewhere around day 10 or so, I think I'll be hitting the 200 mark and breaking through it. So day 10, day 11, something like that. And then, yeah, so it's good. It's, one last thing I'll say is, as much as it feels like a lot of other things aren't moving forward very, other things are kind of stagnant right now around me in my life. Just like the act of each day sticking with this fast, just drinking the water, drink with the electrolytes, no cheating, no eating, nothing, and just keeping it up. Like, there's this feeling, this really like powerful feeling of, even if I don't get anything else done today, I accomplished the achievement of getting through one more day of this fast. And that alone was worth it. The day was an accomplishment because I completed one more day of this fast. And so that's how I'm kind of approaching each day. It's just like, even if I don't really accomplish that much of stuff around me, which frankly, it's hard to be, and it's not recommended to be too active during a long fast like this. So I was kind of anticipating that, or assuming that I'm not necessarily going to be super productive during these 40 days. But like, it's critical that I get through it, and then like getting through it, getting this done, getting this accomplished is a huge, important step. And so it's a priority, and everything else can fall by the wayside as long as I get this done. So that's another thing to just consider, that, yeah. So, all right, well, oh yeah, and then what else? Yeah. All right. I think I'm going to start rambling now. So I think that's it for now. All right. On to day 9.